All right, we'll start with the opening statement from Coach, and then we'll take questions for our student athletes to Coach.
All right. Yeah, I thought kind of tale of two halves, I guess, obviously, especially on the offensive end. I thought we battled defensively in the first half. I thought that kept us going. Was just the opportunity to keep them down until we could get the offense going. It's a little bit of what we talked about halftime, is just keep playing hard and defending until we figure some things out. And then I thought we did. Didn't love the defense, though, in just the third quarter. Outside of that, I liked us defensively for most of the night. I thought we had an opportunity to defend those guys if we would play hard and do the things that I think we're capable of. Offensively, I think that it's a good team. They presented some just different challenges with some of their length and some of their ball screen coverages. I thought in the second half, though, we settled down, moved the ball a little bit better, got open looks. Of course, made a few more shots. We made 8 threes in the second half, so that will open it up a little bit from, if you can make some shots, and then we can play through the paint a little bit better. So, yeah, I thought the adjustments by the kids was great. It's fun to see the ball go in, play hard, compete, got the lead up there, and then kind of just finished it off. So good for us to play another Power 4 team, play here, finish the non-conference home slate, and now we'll go play our only true road game coming up at A&M, who ironically just played Georgia Tech just a couple weeks ago or 10 days ago, something along those lines. So I'll leave it at that. You guys can ask the girls some questions, and then I'll be back.
So for either of you, you guys get 42 of your 82 points from the paint. You guys were driving in, taking those lanes. What kind of led to that tonight? Was that a game plan coming in, or is that something you guys saw?
Okay. I would say the ball movement, it kept people in their heels, kept people on their toes. So the ball movement definitely in the half court was just, moving the rotations around and gave us areas to attack and, play off too, like coaches always say.
Gia, what got you going in the second half to where you found your groove and really dominated in the second half?
I'll just say just staying poised still, not trying to force anything, but, just still being aggressive and trying to get to the rim. And, like I said, we moved the ball around a lot, and we got a lot of good open shots.
Gia, like Coach said, you guys didn't shoot very well in the first half. First basket of the second, it was a 3 by you. How important was that just to see, the first one go in, to see that?
It felt good. The momentum, just to pick it back up third quarter right off the half. I mean, it felt good. It just kept us going after that, with defense and offense. So I just think it kept the momentum going, and we just went up from there.
Sydney, I guess same lines. Didn't shoot very well in the first half. Third quarter especially, you were very good. How do you do that? Like, how at halftime do you stay confident even though it hasn't gone in and come out and make a bunch?
Yeah, I can't even lie. I was very frustrated, but I got a good support staff around us. Coach is telling you to keep shooting. They're good shots, they're just not falling. Teammates don't care if you're missing. They want you to shoot it. So just having those type of people around me definitely helps your confidence stay up.
Is that the most frustrating part, when you feel like you've gotten good looks and just nothing's gone in?
Definitely one of them, yeah.
Gia, when your career begins at Maryland and you go to Houston and then here, obviously you're a year older here than what you were at the other stops, but the impact that you've had here, it seems like it's been better, greater than at the other previous stops. Do you ever, is that something just clicked here for you, or is it just being a year older or more mature than maybe at the other stop? What's worked for you? So,
I just think the system, the people around me help a lot, just with confidence and just believing in me. Growth definitely plays a part as well. Just coming in, seeing what I need to fix, or just keep on getting reps in and stuff. So, school after school, I think this school has definitely just had a great support system, like Shaw said, around me for me to just, play at my, my highest. Yeah.
That's right. This is like your 10th game in a row in double figure. Have you ever had a run like that before at any of the previous?
Honestly, I don't think so, no. Yeah. I just think they believe in me. So, I'm going to keep on going, and, we just want to win. We just want to keep on going out there, attacking people, and being our best selves, honestly.
Gia, what's it been like playing with Sydney and Jordan, and understanding that you're going to play with the ball and without the ball some?
They're my girls. They, it's fun playing with two elite guards, and Shaw can shoot it. Jordan can facilitate and get downhill. It's just fun. It's just fun when you know that if I'm all for something, I know I got my two right hand, left hands, whatever. But it's just fun playing with them. I think we just move the ball a lot, and it's just exciting. We're very intense players. I think that it's hard to stop all three of us, but individually, we all have a really lot of good things for our game.
Sydney, if I could, I mean, you came in last year as the new girl in town, so to speak, and made an immediate impact right away last year. So when you see what Gia's doing this year, I mean, is there any comparisons at all? Do you see in her like what you kind of went through last year at all?
I wouldn't use the word comparison.
Yeah.
I would say that it's good to see someone come in, be new, and be able to figure their way around the court and make an immediate impact, like you said. So it's more so like a proud feeling than like a comparison, but yeah, it's good to see.
Not easy though. Not easy though, right?
Not at all.
Yeah.
I know how lost I was last year. So I'm glad that she's able to figure it out and sticking with it when it gets hard.
For either of you guys, what's the impact of Mimi? She comes in on a night where you don't have Jordan. When she gets a double-double, has 11 rebounds, what's her impact like?
I think it's super big. I think just at the glass, paint presence, she just owns it a lot. And I think that a lot of games we're going to need her big time, just with, back-to-back double-doubles, I believe, right? I think she just hones in, and she dominates everything down there. So, it's just going to be hard to guard her.
Thanks, Gia. Thanks, Ed.
Good job, ladies.
Good job, Coach.
All right, questions for Coach?
Coach, you mentioned it in your opening statement, first true road game. The latest ever? Have you ever had a run of this? I know there's a couple of rituals in here, obviously, and does that work for you, against you? Remains to be seen?
Yeah, ask me Sunday at about 4 or 5 o'clock, I guess. And definitely the latest that I can ever remember. I mean, at the mid-major level, for sure, you never get to play very many home games. Yeah, and I don't think we've ever had one this late, since I've been here, but I'm not completely sure on that one. So, yeah, it's different. Yeah, we're going to learn a lot, though. I think you see a lot of teams, though. There's several across the country that haven't played a true road game yet, some of the Power Fours. So, yeah, it really wasn't by design. It's kind of the way it worked out. Obviously, A&M came here last year, so we're returning the game to them, and that was just a date that kind of fell into place.
What's the message to your team at halftime when you're 1 of 15 from behind the arc?
Well, just if you have the right ones, to still take them. Don't turn them down. We need to take the right ones. We need to, loosen the defense, so to speak, and get them outside the paint a little bit. And I've been waiting for us to. I think we have the ability to make perimeter shots. We haven't shot it as well as I think we're capable. But if we can get to 8, 9, 10 threes a night, then I feel pretty good. A little too much volume tonight because of the first half struggles, but the second half kind of made up for it.
Coach, off turnovers, 32 points for you guys compared to 6 for Georgia Tech. What was working in that department?
Yeah, and actually I didn't like it in the first half. I didn't think we converted at all at the rate we should have off all the turnovers that we had at halftime. That was one of the most disappointing stats I thought that we talked about at halftime was, guys, we can't. I think they had 17, didn't they, at halftime, if I'm not mistaken? I think they had 17 turnovers, and we didn't even have 17 points off of those. So, we didn't have as many steals. Some were dead balls, so that's a little bit different category. But just an area that if we're going to force that many, I think we should probably score more than 7 we had at halftime. So just, taking advantage of them a little bit more.
Mark, talking about Mimi, in the preseason, you talked like the biggest thing for her was consistency, and obviously you're not in league play yet, but I mean, she has almost like the same stat line every single night. Like, is she showing what you wanted to see?
Yeah, I think she's getting. I think all of them are getting more comfortable. The new ones, I think Gia's getting a little more comfortable. Obviously, Mimi is too. Just still trying to challenge them to take their game to another level. And now they have to do this every night. That's the difference when you get to this level. Is you don't play. At the mid-major level, you play the Power Fours 2 times, 3 times a year. Maybe when you get to the tournament, now she's about to do this, every single night. So just trying to prepare her to be ready for what's to come. But yeah, tonight was a good one for her. Still challenging her on the defensive end, Gia on the defensive end, just to try to get them up to speed with where we want to be.
And then Jordan Thomas, good enough to dress, but not good enough to play.
Yeah, it was one of those kind of was just going to be how the game went. Actually, was going to maybe try to put her in the third quarter. Then we went with Cece instead, and then she played pretty well. And then at that point, it just didn't make any sense. So we'll give her another couple days, but she was available if we needed her.
Kind of going off of that with Cece, she had 4 assists from where she's at. What can you say about how she's done? It feels like every time she's in, she takes advantage of that moment.
Yeah, I mean, she's a really good passer. We've known that. You see that, on a lot of nights. Still challenging her like we do everybody on the defensive end. And, she's a talented offensive player when she will take the right shots and play tough. And obviously she's a really, really good passer. So, her minutes she was better the second go around tonight than she was, the first minutes. But yeah, she played well when she got this crack at it in the second half.
Coach, you talked over the summer about the number of newcomers you brought in, the transfers this year. Obviously, you scout, and you talk to other coaches, talk to other people about the players you're bringing in. So, you have some idea of who you're bringing in, but you don't really know until you see them all together, I guess, and see what you got. At what point did you know you maybe had something with Gia?
As the summer went, probably. We thought even before that, obviously when we got her committed and signed, we thought we had a pretty talented player that just, they didn't win much last year. So, the efficiencies weren't great, there. And that happens when you're not playing on that good of a team. And so I thought if we could get efficiency up, put her in our system, we could take advantage of her skill set. So I think we saw it. And then again, she got hurt early in the preseason-ish, like September, October, so that set her back a little bit. So I think she's probably just honestly kind of now finding her groove a little bit and starting to figure this out.
But were you thinking in the summer, hey, we've got someone who's going to get us, 14 every single night, 15?
Well, we thought she had the ability to score. I don't know if we ever put a number on it or we said, oh, she's got to come here and score X amount of points. We thought she averaged double figures in our league, so we thought obviously she would be a double figure scorer for us. Her ability to get downhill is pretty elite, and she can make 4 threes a night. Then now she's playing inside, outside, and she gets the free throw line where she shoots at about 80%. So, there's an offensive skill set for sure that we were expecting, but yeah, she's been really good so far.
How was her skill set meshed with Jordan's? And it seems like the last few games in particular, Jordan's elevated her play, which obviously makes it tough to key in on anybody.
Yeah, I think Jordan's getting in her groove too. She's been much better, much more relaxed here lately, sharing the basketball, getting us going with the assist. We know Jordan has the ability to score it as well at that position, but she just settles everybody else. I think everybody feels more comfortable when you have Jordan on the floor to kind of run the show. But no, I think all 3 of those guards are a great compliment. And then even, when you bring a Woodley off the bench and Riley and some of the other kids, like you got a pretty good group of guards there.
Mark, the first half, it seemed like you did the things you normally want to do. You caused turnovers, you got paint touches. Just why weren't the results there like they have been?
Because the ball didn't go through the little orange. We just didn't make shot. We were stagnant at times, and then the times we actually ran good offense, we didn't make anything. So that was, some of the frustration. But the other piece we haven't talked about was our execution was awful. So when we tried to, it was awful. We couldn't we're passing down at our shoelaces, and, our timing was all off, and we screwed up a couple of the, actions we were trying to run, and then we got in the ball screen, and we're just dribbling the air out of the basketball. And so I think once we settled in and got all those things fixed, it looks better. But that's what happens when your offense is stagnant and you don't touch the ball for a couple minutes, and then you get an open 3, you're probably not going to make it. If you at least touch it throughout the possession, by the time it comes back to you, you probably feel a little bit better.
After you go to Texas A&M, you kind of have that week off with finals. Is that coming at kind of the right time before you start Big 12 play?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's finals week, so you always get to catch your breath. But, the way the Big 12 schedule works now with that one game in front of Christmas break is we were on the road a year ago, so nice to kind of get back here and be at home to get it started before Christmas. But, yeah, I think it's been a good non-conference. We really, really need to finish it off. And if we do, I think we're in a pretty good spot as we go into Big 12 play.
Coach, I might be, I'm just kind of interested. Was that your first challenge of the season tonight? Have you challenged anything else during the season?
Challenge as in the game? Were we challenged?
Right.
Yeah, we've been challenged.
No. Have you challenged a call?
Oh, yeah. I'm 1 for 1 now.
You're 1 for 1?
Yeah, I lost the one tonight that I thought for sure. And it was off them. They said it kind of deflected off our other fingertip at the very last second. So, but I won the first one, so I'm 1 for 1.
Obviously that's something new to the game this year, and obviously we're a number of games. And just what are your thoughts on the challenge, being able to challenge?
Yeah, well, my thoughts are just that you lose timeouts, and that's the hardest part. Is those are gold. In a close game and on the women's game when you can advance, those are gold. So I'm pretty hesitant normally. Obviously, I just told him I needed to practice it a little bit tonight, so it wasn't gonna matter, and we had plenty of timeout. So I was like, all right, let me see if we really had it right or not, which obviously we didn't. And so you're just not going to want to use and lose timeouts. And, we've already told the players, though, don't in the first half do they think it goes out, give me the review, early, because we probably don't want to do that. And, unless it's in front of us late, it's obvious, a needed possession, then we'll probably challenge. If not, we probably got to be a little careful.
I was going to say, what's your assistant? Do you have an assistant coach that maybe tells you, or do you go by what the players say? Or?
Well, and I've told the players beyond, you can't lie, in that situation, you really have to. But Logan Johnson, when they challenged, thought it was off of them, and we all were like, no, we're about to lose this challenge. That was a good challenge by them, and we lost it. So, just to be honest with it, we have it at home. It goes up there pretty quick. The hard part is we can't get to our tablet quick enough most of the time,
right?
Unless, I'm gonna have to tell the players to fall down and lay there like you're hurt or something to give us an opportunity to look at it if we really, really want to. Otherwise, they'll put the ball in play before you get to your tablet to really look at it.
What was your first one then? What was the other one that you won?
I don't remember what game. It was several games ago. Yeah, it was a home game though. But we won it. No, it was another one that was the score was kind of like this one, and it was just we needed to kind of practice and see what we have.